Today, Friday, Erev Shabbat Kodesh, Parshat Korach. Today is the first day of the month of Tammuz. Motzai Shabbat, Saturday night, will be the third day of Tammuz, including Sunday. This is the day of the marking the passing of the late Lubavitcher Rebbe, which we know that he was the leader of the entire Jewish nation. He was worried about every single Jew. And the way to pay back for what the Rebbe did for the entire world is to do what the Rebbe really wanted. That everyone should add one more good deed. And this will definitely help the coming of Mashiach speedily in our time. And we'll be able to see the Rebbe once again. At the same time, when it comes Motzai Shabbat, let's light a candle. Those people that live close to New York or in New York, it is such a good opportunity to come and visit the Rebbe's gravesite. This is the place, especially in that day, that all the blessing comes. Thousands of people from all over the world already made it into New York in order to come to be in the gravesite. We that will live in the area, we have obligation and opportunity to come and visit them, and hopefully all our blessings will be fulfilled. Today, this Shabbat, we're going to read Parshat Korach. Who was Korach? Korach was a first cousin from Moshe, the leader of the Jewish nation, and Aaron, the brother of Moshe. Moshe, you imagine one family. Moshe was promoted to be the leader of the Jewish nation, the head of all the prophets from all the generations. Aaron was the high priest, and Korach was a very rich man, but he wasn't promoted on anything. Korach's jealousy was out of the world. He kept on making a big thing out of it, till he was able to get together 250 of the leaders of the Jewish people to go against Moshe Rabbeinu. And Moshe Rabbeinu replied to him and said, you want to be a high priest? There's one God, one Torah, and there's one high priest. But Korach would not leave it alone. And the Torah tells us that the punishment came so heavily that the ground opened up and buried alive the 250 people, the people of Korach and his families and everything inside the ground. When we talk about jealousy has two things in it. There can be very good in it. When I see someone is successful in something, is doing very well in something, so the jealousy can be used that I should learn from him. I should become like him. I should be a scholar like him. Which is a big thing. It's a good thing. The jealousy sometimes is being used very bad. This guy does so well, I have to destroy his image. I have to destroy him completely. That's exactly what happened with Korach. Korach did not try to find a way, how can I promote himself and maybe we'll get to something. Instead of it, he had one mission: to destroy his two cousins, Moshe and Aaron. That's exactly where he failed. There was a doctor, his name was Dr. Elkanah, who wrote to the Lubavitcher Rebbe a letter. And he said, if God would create the world in a way that everyone will get equal, have the same amount of money, have the same type of quality, it would make that there would be no more jealousy. Even more than this, it will be peace in the world. They're all going to be the same. And the Rebbe's reply to him is that he disagrees with him. The best thing for a person is when he can do a favor to someone else, can do good to someone else. And the Rebbe continues and says, when we're talking about a rich man, someone that is financially rich, it could be that he's financially rich, but in other things, he can be very poor. And this, it can be helped by someone else. So we, all of us, God created the world in a way that we all helping each other. Everyone in his profession is professional in one thing, the other one is poor in this profession, and I can help him in this. And the same thing is the opposite. So when I'm poor, I can get from someone else. And this is exactly, and therefore, when it comes to the jealousy, we have to learn from the guy and not the opposite to see how to destroy the guy. And we live in someone's mind the whole time, we will never get anywhere. The jealousy, the way the Rebbe explains it, if the guy is good in something, fine. Go over to the person, see how can you teach me to have the same knowledge and you have, that I should be as rich as you are. This is exactly what we learn from Parshat Korach. Parshat Korach, we learn are not to be. Instead of it, how do we use the jealousy? The jealousy is when someone does well, means he did well, he studied, he worked on it. Let me learn the way he did it, that I should be exactly like him. Shabbat Shalom.